Opposed? Item carries.
Item 46 is an order.
Discussion. Favoring, opposed? Item carries.
Matter held. Item 48 is a motion that was passed. There's need a vote.
Discussion. Councilmember Gonzalez.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, I just want to thank both Marta and also the Public Works and Engineering Department. I did receive responses from Jim Chang on the item, just kind of elaborating a bit more on the returns on our investment onto this membership and how it's provided increased efficiencies and cost savings and the like. So I'll be supporting this item. I just wanted to thank them publicly for following up with that.
Thank you. Is there further discussion? Moving to a vote. Favoring, opposed?
No.
Item carries. With Councilmember Brown voting no.
Item 49 is an order.
Discussion. 49, discussion. Councilmember Noriega.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. My original intent was to tackle this since I wasn't here last week. I think what I'm going to do instead is vote no, and I'm going to explain because I don't do that often and there's usually a reason. And my apologies ahead of time to all the pipeline folks. This really isn't about them or about anything personal with that. I have some concerns that have to do with our process for approving pipelines. This isn't the first time that I brought this up. Pipelines are dangerous, and we're a petroleum town, and we've always just sort of put stuff through, and it's been part of what we do, and it's a source of revenue for the city, and I understand all that. And tarrying it for a week would put that off for a week, and that really isn't what I want to do. What I'd like to do is emphasize that need for an additional process. For gas pipelines, you can use a simple calculation to determine the probable impact radius, the circle around the pipeline. There are 3 pieces of data required to perform this calculation. They're the appropriate gas constant, the pipeline diameter, and the maximum allowable operating pressure. It's a little harder to do this for a liquid pipeline, but the calculation is required by federal and state regulatory agencies, and I think we need to evaluate based on it. We should look at the probable impact zone to determine if any critical equipment will be affected. This pipeline is near a plant that processes wastewater, and that way we know what emergency response plans we need to have. As time goes on, I become more and more concerned that pipelines are getting older, that some of the ones we have issues. If we had done this before, we would have better information now. So what I'm asking is that we implement the appropriate procedures to evaluate the pipelines on city property and to require this evaluation prior to creating additional easements on city property. I don't think it would be terribly hard. I think it might be something we could ask of the pipeline people, and then we work with them to do it. But I'm going to vote no today, and that's why. And just as an aside, we have a little different emphasis on acts of sabotage or terrorism now that we really haven't been as aware of in the past. So I just would feel better if we address pipelines as the hazard that I think they really are.
Councilmember, I certainly respect your vote on this item, but seems to me that it would be appropriate to take it to your committee. You chair the appropriate committee.
That'd be fun. That'd be terrific.
Let's deal with the policy there.
My understanding from the department is that the administration has to make a decision about whether they're going to add an additional piece to how we evaluate things. So, and we'll be happy to take it to committee.
Absolutely.
Be great. Thank you.
Further discussion? Moving to a vote. Favoring, opposed?
No.
Item carries. Councilmember Noriega voting no.